Coming up this week on Pet Central, move over Lady Gaga, Elvis is in the house. We join the paparazzi for a special red carpet soiree. Get your baker's hat on. We'll show you how to make a birthday cake that Fido would kill for. We're dispelling misconceptions around shelter dogs.
You know, you can find wonderful gems through rescue.
Get your pooch's dancing shoes ready. We're taking you to dance class. And meet Lily, a pooch who brings a dog's life to a whole new meaning.
She makes me feel great, really just accomplished. I'm very happy over how she has improved.
Adopting a pet may just be one of the most fulfilling things you can do in your life. This is Lily, and without her forever home, she'd be dead.
Lily's story is a sad one, but thanks to Westies in Need, her little life has a really happy ending.
So Corey, thanks for joining us today. I
you're
want to talk
welcome.
a little bit about Westies in Need. Tell me about the organization.
Westies in Need is a Westie rescue group. We run out of Ontario and Quebec, and we rescue Westies that are in need. It could be a situation where somebody can't keep their Westie anymore, a Humane Society or a shelter has called us to say they have a Westie that needs us, families that can't keep them, little ones from puppy mills, and we do everything we can. We get the dogs as quickly as we can. We foster them, put them into foster homes. We do all of their medical. We get them spayed and neutered. That's a priority in our world. And they get all the medical treatment that they need, and then they go off to forever and loving homes.
How important are organizations like yours?
They are very important. We are a breed-specific rescue. There are other rescues that do all breeds. We do West Highland White Terriers, and it's very important to have a rescue that is very focused on a breed and knows the breed and knows what would be the best family for the breed.
They know how to find the right family for the right dog. And as it turns out, Lily is the right pooch for Corey and her family.
This little girl is one of our rescues. She came to us from a lady in Sudbury who surrendered her to us. She couldn't take care of her anymore. She was a very ill little girl. She had quite a number of health problems, and it all seems to have stemmed from her puppy vaccines. And she didn't have any hair when we got her. Her immune system is very poor and probably will never be what it should be. But she's improving, and we're doing everything we can to help her.
Currently, there is controversy around vaccinations, both in humans and dogs. Lily is an extreme example of what can happen.
Lily, unfortunately, seems to have had a very bad reaction to her puppy vaccines when she was probably about 2 or 3 months old. And unfortunately, she lost all of her hair. Her immune system was compromised. The yeast in her system was, because her immune system was failing, the yeast in her system was able to bloom. All of her hair fell out. I believe it may have affected her eyesight. We're not 100% sure, but sometimes we're not too sure of how much she can and cannot see. She's much too small for a Westie. She did not develop properly. She's a little bit too small for a standard Westie. And it really has affected almost every aspect of her health. And through all of her illness and all of her problems, she is the kindest, sweetest, happiest, friendliest little Westie.
Westies in Need also raises awareness about the misconceptions around shelter dogs. Corey notes that Lily is proof of that.
But we can tell you from our experiences that the shelter dogs that we have gotten from shelters, dogs that have come through our rescue, are fabulous dogs and so very adoptable and so very loved by people.
So what's the day in the life of Lily?
The day in the life of Lily can be a little bit long. She is still pretty high needs and high maintenance. So what we have to start off with in the morning is she gets her breakfast and a number of medications. They all have to be very carefully weighed and very carefully measured because she is so small. She was only 3.4 kilograms when I got her. She's up to 5.7 right now. But everything has got to be measured very carefully because she is so small. After she has her medications, and they all are timed, some of our medications are very time specific. She cannot eat before or after them, so a lot of calendar shuffling, sometimes time shuffling. Then she is on very specific bathing times. Her skin is quite bad still, and we need to bathe her, and with special shampoos. They have to stay on her skin a certain amount of time. Then they have to be rinsed. She has to have a certain special Humulac rinse. It's a softening rinse afterwards. And from there, she needs to be dried very carefully. And after that, she has some wounds that have to be doctored. She came with very bad ear infections, so she needs her ears cleaned. And sometimes we have to trim any of the hair if any of the hair is in any of her wounds. So we start off with that. Then she has more medications that have to be taken around the noontime. Another bath in the afternoon, again, same regime with it has to stay on her skin. And then she has her dinner and medications, and then she has other medications at 9 p.m. Wow. So it's a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of love, but she is well worth it. She makes me feel great, really just accomplished. I'm very happy over how she has improved. Really pleased when we take her to the veterinarian, and the veterinarian compliments me so much on our care, and that he says that he hasn't seen improvements like this in such a long time. So I'm really pleased over that. She makes me feel great, really appreciative. She's a wonderful dog, and it's a lot of work, but she just makes you feel like it's all worth it.
Would you say that you're fulfilled, and if yes, in what ways?
Fulfilled in many ways. Fulfilled knowing that our rescue, Westies in Need, has done such a great job. Fulfilled in the way of knowing that she's going to live a happy, healthy life. She'll never know another hungry, unhappy, cold day in her life, and that she's won the lottery. She's one of the lucky ones.